Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play White Christmas. White Christmas was written by Irving Berlin in 1942 for the film Holiday Inn, and this was the best-selling single ever. When he wrote it, he asked his secretary to write it out, and he told her, not only is this the best song I've ever written, I think it's the best song that's ever been written. And who can argue with that? I'm going to give you the basic melody, which is pretty straightforward, and I'm going to give you some ideas for how to do a jazz version of this. So, we're in the key of G, and the only tricky bit, fingering wise, really is in the first line where we have some chromatic notes. So, we've got so a lot of that is outside of the G major scale. So we're starting off, we've got a first finger on the B, we're bringing it down a semitone, a half step, and back up again. We're onto the second finger, we're bringing that up half a step. And then pretty well all the rest of it is on the straight G major scale. So I'll play through with the backing, just the melody as it's written. There's a few things about the tone that I was using. So because this is a slow and gentle tune, I use what I call the soft tone, with starting a note kind of normal but with no vibrato, and as the note comes to an end, I reduce the bow pressure and I allow it to whistle, and they get really soft. So you get all of those kind of overtones, which are really nice. This works particularly well on the lower strings. And the vibrato that I use is often a slow one. So you get those lovely effects. I will often slide down at the end of a note and get that kind of whistle mixed in with the slide. Now, when it comes to making this swing, you've got to break up a lot of the whole tones, a lot of the quarter notes, and make them into eighth notes, and then you can swing them. And almost at random, you can lengthen some notes and shorten other notes. This is a good tempo for doubling, so without the backing speeding up, you can go as if it was playing dunk 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 dunk, and then just drop back to the other tempo, and that works really nicely. What also works nicely is kind of playing free of tempo, long sweeping phrases. That kind of thing will work really nicely. It won't sound like you're lost, and hopefully you won't be lost. It's just a question of keeping the time going in your mind and coming back into tempo at some appropriate time. The chord sequence is pretty easy, but there's some things worth paying attention to. When it goes from C major to C minor, that's a nice effect with an E at the bottom going to an E flat. Or if you thought of it, that's with the E below a C. But you could also think of it as above the C. We've got a 2-5-1 at the end of the main sections, and you've got plenty of room to make something of the D7, maybe augmenting it. Or a jump in octave, if you're just playing the melody, between the first half and second half will be good. That kind of thing. Oh, we've also got third line, we've got a G to a G7. So we got so by bringing, if you put a B on the top and bring a G down to a F natural, then you can really hear those chords. Okay, so I'll play out with twice round. The first time I'll stay close to the melody, but I'll add quite a few of these little additions. I'll also do some hammer-ons. Those kind of things. And I'll mess around with the melody, but I'll stay close. And then the second time I will do more of a solo. you enjoyed this. If you'd like a copy of the sheet music for the basic version, then do subscribe to the channel and send me an email. And if you'd like to help keep these videos coming, do please consider joining me on Patreon. Thank you for watching. See you again soon.